This is my Galaxy S21 Ultra, and I have a couple of case options for it that I'm looking at right now, and this one is the one that was something I wanted to try out first, the silicone cover. This is an original Samsung case. I got it right off of Samsung's website when I bought this, and it's a pretty interesting design, I think. The one thing I'm very concerned about with this S21 Ultra is that nobody really seemed to realize when Samsung was first showing it off was how big this camera bump really is. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. I just kind of thought that maybe from the S21 they kind of changed their the S20 Ultra, I'm sorry, they kind of changed things up and the camera bump wasn't as big, but oh no, this is definitely very, very massive and adds a lot of bulk to this phone. And what happens is this is basically the first thing that hits any surface you put the phone down onto, which is inconvenient, not only because it is going to mess up your phone, but because it messes up your lenses, and it's just a big thing. So let me try out the silicone cover from Samsung. This is the gray one. There aren't a lot of color options on the silicone. I really wish there was. A very simple looking box. And the silicone here is actually, wow, way better than I expected. This is almost like a OtterBox style of silicone. I thought it would be like a flexible silicone. This isn't. This is like a hard case. Like, hang on, can you hear that, guys? Like, this case is not like some cheapo silicone case. I did not expect this. Like this is like a rigid case. Like, look at that. I'm trying to bend it, nothing. Like, this is, especially on the left side, extremely rigid. Right side is not as rigid because of the power and volume cutouts, but dang, this is way, way better than I expected it to be. So this is great, and the silicone here on the back, the grip isn't that crazy bad, but let me pop this into the phone and see what it's like. So, okay, so it just didn't fit all the way through. Let me go ahead and make sure it got all the edges. Okay, so what I will say is that on the top, you guys can see there's a little bit of the silver that does show up still, so it's not like all the way fit, but I think it's just the way it is with this design. On the bottom as well, you guys can see there's just a little bit of that silver. The bottom is a little bit more flexible than the sides per se. The volume button as well, very soft material. Like, it's very, very soft, like unneededly soft in these areas. But so be it. The front, the edge of this case, there's a pretty decent lip. So let me go ahead and show you guys. So right here, you guys can see the edges raise up over here and on the top as well. And there's a very decent front lip there. The sides, not as much. It does come up a little bit, but I think that overall it should be fine, but I wish there was just a little bit more of a consistent lip, but you know what? No, scratch that. I don't know what I was thinking. The lip is pretty consistent all around. The one thing I will say though is that the soft material is already just like feeling, I can clearly like press onto it, and I think that it'll, you know, easily catch onto things in your pocket or something and move around. Pretty decent case. So this is what the back looks like. Let me just go ahead and focus that in for you. So this is what the back looks like. Samsung logo right there. Cutout for your speaker, for your charger. There is a little cutout for a loop here as well. So in case you want to put in like one of those loops that I've seen some people do. It doesn't have like a cover underneath it, so you guys can kind of see that silver exposed there. Not something I like, but whatever. Otherwise, this case, I really thought this would just be like a plasticky, like one of those flexible silicone cases, but no, this is actually rigid. This is hard, and this will actually provide some decent drop protection, I think. I didn't expect that. So this case is very interesting. Now, I got the gray one, and I'm not sure how this will age. Like, I'm thinking, I don't know. I didn't like any other options, especially since I got the silver phone. I really wanted to keep at least some element of that silver around. Unfortunately, you know, this with a silicone case, you're not going to get like a clear type advantage as well. So got to pick and choose. But I thought that this case kind of at least stayed true in line somewhat to the silver, which is why I chose this over the black. Overall, it's easy to get in and out of the case. I do wish, as I said, that the edges, these plastic bits do worry me. I just don't know what to say about them. So I'm not going to keep repeating myself too much. This is what it looks like. Let me just go ahead and show you guys all four corners one more time. Just a decent case for sure. Now, the price is $30 for this one, so it's not crazy. I think that for $30, the protection you get is pretty pretty good. Not to mention that this does come in 4 colors. The black, this is the gray one I have. There's a pink, and then there's a violet, which matches the Phantom purple pretty good. If you have that, Phantom violet, I'm sorry, if you have that on the S21 or S21 Plus, that would match pretty well. But for this, not so much. I will, of course, have this link, the case link, down in the description over to Amazon if you want to check it out. But it does a pretty good job. There is a considerable raised lip from the camera as well. I didn't mention that, but it does come above the camera lens as well. So I think that this will definitely save your cameras. You'll never have to worry about it. Pretty good protection all around. Not something I was expecting, so I'm very pleasantly surprised with this. $30, for $30, I think this is a good case. So if you're in the market for a silicone protective case, but you don't want something that's extremely bulky, this is actually a good option. So that's it for this one, guys. If you have any more questions about the S21 Ultra silicone case, feel free to ask me down in the comments below. And as I said, it is linked in the description if you want to go check this out over on Amazon. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on social media. I'll have all the handles right here on the screen. And of course, down in the description as well. I'll post a few more photos of this and a couple of other cases I've bought as well. So go ahead and check that out over there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.